Our story starts with a dream. It starts with millions of Americans who worked hard, saved money, and bought a home. Then that dream turned into a nightmare. The housing market collapsed. Some people qualified for help, but not everyone. More than 4 million Americans have something called PLS loans. These mortgages are controlled by Wall Street. They don't have any effective access to federal relief programs. And they can't be refinanced when they're underwater because they are locked in a box by tax laws and trust agreements. Wall Street has no incentive to help, so they keep that box locked. Families with PLS loans have nowhere to turn and no one to help them. So if someone loses their job, gets sick, needs to move, or gets divorced, they can't sell their underwater house. Instead, they are forced to default and their homes are foreclosed. This has happened to millions of families, and it will happen to at least 2 million more PLS families if we do nothing. But here's the worst part. Every foreclosure hurts the entire community. It hurts you, it hurts me, and your neighbor up the street, and your friend across town. You see, each foreclosed home lowers the value of others around it. That means you lose money on your house. Lower home values cost your city money too. That means less money to pay for teachers, police, firefighters, and other services we all need to survive. But here's the kicker. The people who would normally fix this system, Wall Street, will not. They made the bad loans, and they profit not only from existing homeowners who continue to overpay on underwater mortgages, but also by snapping up the foreclosed homes and renting them out, turning stable, owner-occupied, middle-class neighborhoods into transient rental communities. And when values rise again, they'll sell the homes and make all the money. Call it double dipping. But there is a solution. And it lies in the hands of local communities. Cities have the ability to buy back these PLS loans. Then they can adjust mortgages to reflect fair value. So your neighbors only owe what their home is worth, and they won't default. This is called principal reduction. Sounds simple, right? Not so fast. Local governments need your help to make this a reality. How? Ask your community leaders to buy the loans. Tell your local leaders that you support principal reduction. Help your community reclaim vulnerable loans from Wall Street. Help your community avoid the costs of foreclosure. Help families stay in their homes. And transform this nightmare back into the American dream.